All right, so ready to dive into a world where steam power is more than just factories. We're talking like airships, espionage, a king fighting for his throne, the whole shebang. Buckle up, because we are diving deep into The Steam Crown by Todd McCaffrey.
Yeah, and it's, more than just a captivating story. McCaffrey uses this whole world of steam-powered innovation to really explore how technology can completely flip power structures on their head, redefine warfare.
And boy, does he throw us right into the action. We meet King Charles III. He's been exiled, overthrown. There's a pretender warming his seat on the throne. But this king, he's not just going to sit back, right? He's got a plan, and it all hinges on this brilliant, secret weapon, Danny Walker.
Danny is incredible. She really embodies this spirit of innovation, designing and building these incredible airships and weapons. It's not just about the machines themselves, though. It's how McCaffrey uses her to showcase how, just raw inventive genius can disrupt everything, even against impossible odds.
It's like watching a high-stakes chess match. But one side just invented a whole new set of pieces. Take the dart, for example. Imagine needing to make a quick escape, right?
Yeah.
Or you need to scout out enemy territory. This nimble little airship is perfect for it. And then there's the Galloper.
Now, the Galloper, that's where McCaffrey's imagination really takes off. Picture a gigantic steam-powered mechanical walker. It's like something out of a fantastical war epic just stomping across the battlefield. It's this brilliant fusion of historical siege weaponry with cutting-edge steam technology.
And then you still got the Queen. Massive, powerful, and it becomes totally crucial to the king's whole strategy. But here's the thing. King Charles, he's not just a one-trick pony with fancy airships.
Exactly. His campaign is like a masterclass in strategic communication. This guy, he understands that to win back his throne, he needs more than just firepower. He needs the people.
He's got Claire, our protagonist. She's using her skills to build this network of informants. This isn't just spying. It's about staying one step ahead, anticipating the enemy's moves. And then there's the propaganda game.
Dropping pamphlets over London, it might seem like an old school tactic, but in this context, it's brilliant. Imagine you're a citizen of London, right? And suddenly these incredible airships appear, proclaiming the king's survival. It's awe-inspiring, this powerful symbol of the king's return.
They're not just dropping paper, though. Think aerial bombs, and not just your run-of-the-mill explosives. Danny and Claire are experimenting with early parachutes to make those bombs even more effective. Talk about innovation under pressure.
And we can't forget about the strategic alliances they forge. King Charles, he's not afraid to share the potential of this technology to gain some powerful friends. It's smart, right? Show your strength, build those crucial relationships, especially in a world like this that's on the brink of major change.
But with all this talk of airships and bombs, it'd be easy to forget that this king, he's not out for unnecessary bloodshed. He wants peace and is deeply affected by the human cost of this whole conflict. There's this scene where he talks about achieving a peaceful resolution, and it really gives you a sense of his character.
Oh, it humanizes him, absolutely. He's not just driven by a lust for power, but a sense of duty, justice. It adds a whole other layer to this fight for the throne.
And this dedication to minimizing casualties, it's what leads them to cook up this absolutely audacious plan. They're going to kidnap Prince Frederick, the pretender himself. Think about that. Instead of laying siege, risking countless lives, they go right for the heart of the matter, literally.
Wow, it's a massive gamble, no doubt. But it speaks volumes about their willingness to take risks to achieve this swift, hopefully bloodless resolution. This isn't just brute force, It's about leverage, negotiation, the power of a bold move.
And you have to wonder, would this even be on the table if it weren't for these incredible airships? Speaking of, remember how we mentioned the Queen being a bit, shall we say, temperamental in its early days? Well, buckle up, because that fragility comes into play big time during the kidnapping.
This is where McCaffrey reminds us that even the most, groundbreaking technology can be unpredictable. It's a subtle detail, but it highlights the inherent risks involved with, pushing the boundaries of innovation, especially when lives are at stake.
So picture this. They've managed to, nab Prince Frederick, got him bundled up in the Queen, and they are making their getaway. And things go very, very wrong. The airship takes damage, and Danny's forced to make this emergency landing. She and Youngery, who's with her, are okay, thankfully.
It's a tense moment. It really showcases their ability to think on their feet and adapt to unforeseen circumstances. These characters, they're not just figureheads. They're resourceful, resilient. But this whole mishap, it leaves them stranded, vulnerable. They're in desperate need of a rescue. And that's where things get really interesting. You've pulled off this daring kidnapping, you're up in the air with your hostage, and suddenly your escape route is literally falling apart around you. Good thing Claire's as skilled a pilot as she is a spy.
She doesn't even hesitate, does she? The moment they realize Danny and Marie are in trouble, Claire's in the other airship, the England, prepping for a rescue.
Yeah.
Like I said, these airships, they're still new, still a bit finicky. That's got to be terrifying.
Talk about high stakes. But this whole rescue, it highlights something really crucial about King Charles's approach. Yeah, he's got the cutting-edge technology, but he also gets the human element. He inspires serious loyalty in the people he trusts.
And talk about a testament to Danny's engineering. The fact that Claire can even attempt this rescue says something about the quality of these airships. But how does she pull it off? We can't exactly call it tow truck up there.
It's ingenuity under pressure, that's for sure. Claire uses the England's airbag to stabilize that damaged queen. Picture this. 2 airships, one wounded, drifting, the other carefully maneuvering to keep it afloat as they both slowly descend. It's a breathtaking display of skill.
Reading that, I was on the edge of my seat. This isn't just a rescue, it's like a spectacle. The King's already made a splash with these airships, but this is next level. Talk about winning hearts and minds.
Oh, it's a powerful symbol, for sure. The people have witnessed the king's return, seen his compassion, and now they see the lengths his people will go to for each other. That kind of loyalty, that's priceless. And it doesn't go unnoticed by the king.
He finally drops the Mr. Incognito act, right? No more hiding. It's King Charles III back in action, ready to reclaim what's his. What a power move.
And it's not just a declaration, it's a promise. He's aligning himself with this revolutionary technology, showing the world he's not afraid to embrace the future and to really cement that image.
He holds this, like, public mourning for Mobley, the young man who died during their escape from London. It's this really sad reminder that even in this world of fantastical inventions, there are real human costs.
Oh, it adds such depth. McCaffrey could have just, glossed over that loss, but instead he makes a point to show that King Charles values the lives of his supporters even in the middle of this power struggle. It's a powerful message about leadership, about compassion.
Okay, so the king is back. The people are with him. He's got these awesome airships. Time to, like, roll up to the palace and take what's his right.
Not so fast. Remember, King Charles is the strategist. He knows true victory doesn't always come from, like, brute force. They need to dismantle their opposition, but without this bloody, drawn-out war.
Yeah.
Enter the mind games.
Oh, this is where it gets good. Instead of, like, charging in, they unleash this campaign of misinformation, strategic showmanship. They spread rumors, make their forces sound bigger, stronger, more intimidating.
Psychological warfare at its finest. Imagine you're a soldier on the other side hearing whispers of these unstoppable airships, these mechanical monsters. Fear is a powerful weapon.
And they don't just stop at rumors. Dummy encampments, fake gallopers, all designed to make their army look larger than life. They're basically playing mind tricks on their enemies.
Brilliant. By playing on those fears, those uncertainties, they're exploiting their enemy's weaknesses before a single shot is even fired. But it's not just smoke and mirrors.
Cue the air show. They fly those airships over London, and this time, it's not pamphlets. It's a full-on demonstration of those aerial bombs. Can you imagine that sight? The sheer power.
Talk about a show of force. It reinforces that technological advantage. It really drives home that they are a force to be reckoned with. But they're not done innovating yet. Remember that breech-loading cannon?
Oh, yeah. That thing is like the super weapon of this whole era.
Yeah.
Faster, more powerful. It's a huge leap forward in firepower. Like they went from muskets to machine guns overnight.
Exactly. And yet, even with all this military might, they're still holding on to the hope of a peaceful resolution. It all comes back to King Charles's core belief: avoid unnecessary bloodshed. So they set their sights back on Prince Frederick.
Kidnapping 2.0, right?
Yeah.
Back to Fletcher Manor. Only this time, it's less about grabbing him and more about giving him a front row seat to the future he's about to miss out on.
It's like psychological manipulation. They parade Prince Frederick around, showing him those busy factories, the rows of partially completed gallopers, all humming with activity.
It's like they're saying, look at this. This is what you're up against. This is the future. And to drive that point home.
They give him a demonstration of the breech-loading cannon, the noise, the smoke, that destructive potential. It's a sensory overload.
But they're not just trying to scare him into submission. They offer him an out, a chance to, like, join forces instead of facing annihilation.
This is where their diplomatic skills really shine. They present Prince Frederick with a treaty, offering him surprisingly generous terms in exchange for his surrender, his alliance with the king.
Safe passage back to Hanover, recognition as a legitimate ruler, even a piece of the pie when it comes to their technology. They're basically saying, join us, and you could still come out on top.
It's masterful, a blend of pressure and persuasion. They've shown him their strength, the futility of resistance. Now they're offering a dignified exit, a chance to be part of something truly extraordinary.
So what's it going to be, Prince Frederick? Fight a losing battle or join the winning team? You got to give it to King Charles. He knows how to lay down the law, but he also understands, the art of a good deal. Prince Frederick's got a big decision on his hands. It's more than just winning or losing a war. It's about like stepping into the future.
Yeah, it's that classic, carrot and stick situation. And McCaffrey, he uses it perfectly to really show those power dynamics at play. I mean, Prince Frederick's staring down the very real possibility of total defeat, but he's also being offered this chance, right? To be a part of something revolutionary.
And let's be real, the airship tech alone is a game changer. Imagine being the ruler who brings that kind of innovation to your kingdom. That's got to be tempting, even for a deposed prince.
Absolutely. It's a strategic win for King Charles and his whole team. They've taken a threat and turned it into a potential ally, all without, a single loss of life. It really shows how effective their whole approach has been.
So does he take it? Does Prince Frederick sign on the dotted line?
He does. He's overwhelmed, right? By the sheer scale of King Charles's forces, the potential of this alliance. Prince Frederick, he agrees to the treaty. It's a bloodless victory that brings in this whole new era for England and maybe even the world.
And just like that, King Charles III is back on the throne. But as we all know, getting the crown, it's just the beginning. The real work starts now. Ruling in a world that's rapidly being reshaped by this technology that he helped create.
This is where McCaffrey's story takes on this whole other level. He doesn't just, wrap it up with a neat little bow. He points to the challenges, the opportunities that come with these groundbreaking advancements.
They talk about these air courier routes, not just within England, but across the globe. Can you imagine? News and information traveling at the speed of steam. The world would shrink overnight.
The implications are huge. Imagine the impact on trade, diplomacy, even warfare itself. It's this whole new world of possibilities. But, there are also potential downsides. Who controls these airways? Who benefits? These are questions we're still asking today as we deal with how fast technology changes.
And it's not just the logistics, the geopolitics. Remember when they're talking about, slavery? King Charles, he expresses this belief that it should be abolished. It's a small moment. But it speaks volumes about how these technologies can drive social change.
For sure. It makes you wonder, could the same innovations that restored a king also help to, dismantle these deeply rooted social injustices? A powerful thought. One that McCaffrey definitely leaves us to think about.
So what does it all mean? For us, I mean, sitting here, diving deep into this world of airships and steam, it's a reminder, I think, that technology, it's not inherently good or bad. It's a tool. And its impact, it all comes down to the hands that wield it.
And the steam crown, it encourages us to really think about the choices we make, the leaders we choose, and the consequences of, what we invent. It's a call to action, I think, to make sure that progress, that it benefits everyone, not just a few.
It's been a wild ride, hasn't it?
You're
Exiled king, a triumphant return, all thanks to ingenuity, courage, and of course, a good amount of steam-powered tech. What a story.
It really is a thrilling adventure. It gets your imagination going, and it leaves you with this sense of wonder about what we're capable of, the boundless possibilities of human ingenuity.
So there you have it, your deep dive into the steam crown. We hope you've enjoyed it, and maybe it's got you thinking about the balance between innovation, power, and this constant search for progress. Until next time, keep exploring.